Solo leveling's cool, right? Like, I don't think that's a controversial opinion, but like, normally something this edgy wouldn't seem this freaking cool still. Like, look at that. That is so damn edgy. So why does it still go so freaking hard? So Edge, right? When someone takes something dark and serious and plays it up to be cool. And Edge tends to get a bad rap because when done poorly, it does not do you any favors in helping you look any cooler.
Go to the principal's office.
You'll know it when you see it. And I feel it's rare to see a show with this much unapologetic edge, and where a lot of shows will have their fair share, it feels like lately most seem to have an air of irony about it that will at least treat themselves as more popcorn power fantasy. So why does this work when this doesn't? Answer? This edgelord right here. The setup of solo leveling is honestly pretty genius, because it may be common with the whole, like, video game thing, and the whole, I was a loser, and now I'm a cool guy with powers, so I'm gonna be edgy about it. But with Jin-woo, right from the beginning, he was trying. Like, yeah, he was struggling, but from the start, being famous as the weakest, we saw him try by the skin of his teeth and to some extent actually keep up with everyone else, living closer to death in the mall doing the exact same thing. Honestly, didn't really seem like that much of a loser when he started. Granted, the aesthetic changed.
Oh no, he's hot!
But when he starts solo leveling,
That's why they call it that.
we see him do more of the exact same. So yeah, as he's fighting Spider or Dog, in our minds it's like, oh yeah, you've always been doing this. Huh, now you just get something from it. Good for you. Like, the edge is way more tolerable when it doesn't seem like he's getting a big head about it at all. Like, he isn't just sitting there like, God, I am so much cooler than you. Here are a bunch of YouTube comments on why Redo of Healer is
There's
great.
a special place in hell for us. It's called a throne. One downvote.
As generic as the show seemed at first glance, it actually seems to vary way more than I thought upon looking deeper into it. Like some power fantasy this is, because his numbers may be going up, but he doesn't look all that powerful right here. And a generic power fantasy harem be damned, he has yet to even meet his love interest. And most low-effort power fantasy won't show their big, strong main character as having trauma about his origin. But all the while, we do know his numbers are going up, and for every... we do get a nice piece of... I mean, you'd think he was a League player with how much he just goes... worth. And reading the manhwa, there are several points I was like, this is pretty cool. But there are these moments where they dial up the edge to 11 and still maintain that. But there's a moment where they break the goddamn dial, and it's one that you'll know if you like this level of edge or not. So let me paint the picture for you. Jin-woo just took down the level up challenge and gets the title of Shadow Emperor. And if you're already like edge sensitive, you'll already be getting some red flags with that title. Then he needs to pick a word to summon the dead. And you're just like, okay, let's hope this isn't too edgy. And then
he's beginning to believe.
Arise.
like, why does that go so damn hard? It's just the word. Like, at this point, I was fully sold on the edge. And I feel like from here on out, the story just gets more and more fun with itself, but it's like both fully self-aware, like a lot of popular shows, yet completely unapologetic in it. The murders, the mechanics, some of the events, and the eventual romance. With all these things, there's this edge injected, but you can tell Solo Leveling enjoys what it is and doesn't apologize for itself. And honestly, that's why it's so cool. And just like with you or me, it's definitely better off that way. Have a good night. Drive safe. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I just passed 200 subscribers. That's pretty neat. I'm enjoying making these videos. I'm gonna keep doing that. I realized while watching this show that it's way edgier than the average power fantasy, yet it's still really cool and it's not half as awkward or cringy as a lot of the ones out there. And I was like, huh, I wonder why. So I just started thinking about it and this is the result. I would highly recommend reading ahead. It is way better than the first season even makes it seem. I love this manga a lot. And on that note, drive safe. I'll hopefully see you next time.